our fifth profile for today. Attorney Jocelle Batapa-Sigue is a leading advocate for the development of the Philippine ICT industry with a strong passion for driving innovation, building stakeholders' ecosystems, and generating job opportunities in the countryside. As a co-founder of the National ICT Confederation of the Philippines and a key player in Bacolod's transformation into a center of excellence for ICT business process management, she has been recognized with awards and accolades, including the Outstanding Women in the Nation's Service or Towns Award in the field of ICT in 2016 and the Philippine IT BPM Individual Contributor of the Year Award. At present, as the Undersecretary of the Department of Information and Communications Technology, she leads the policy and planning efforts to propel the growth of the ICT industry in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, to talk about how leadership impacts inclusivity and digital innovation, let's all welcome USec Jocelle Batapa-Sigue.
Hello, everyone. It's my pleasure to be part of this program, the Global Women Who Rule 2024. First of all, thank you to all the organizers, the new channel, and all the supporters of this very worthy activity. I am very much honored to share with all of you today how I became an official of the national government. The story is really very long, but I'll try to capsulize it in about 10 minutes or so. My goal is really to speak to the young generation about how we can help the Philippines by way of our work, not only in the national but in the local level. So I'll try to speak from the heart because I want to be able to reach as many sectors as possible. No? So my story began in 2004. That's exactly 20 years ago when I was elected as a city councilor of Bacolod. As an independent candidate, I had some challenge in really trying to clinch the committee that I would like to serve, the sector that I'd like to serve. If I had my way, I would have wanted to chair the committee on environment and on education, even in law and policies, because I am also a lawyer since 1998. However, political reality dictate that as a minority candidate and counselor, you have to wait for whatever the majority party would give to you. And by faith and by faith, I was given the Committee on Communications, which 20 years ago seemed to be a very boring responsibility. But I took on the challenge and tried to learn about what communications is all about. At the time, I learned that we already have some programs around information and communications technology, which basically focuses on generation of jobs that are ICT enabled. So what I did was to take a look at what are the things that are happening in Manila and also in other cities like Cebu. And I learned that at the time, the national government declared the identification of what we call the Philippine Cyber Corridor cities. And at the time, I was also very frustrated because I did not see the name of Bacolod, my city, in that list. So I tried to reach out to the national government and also to some outstanding cities at the time, Cebu, and took a look at what they were doing. And I learned about the what we call the Next Wave City Scorecard, which focuses on four important ingredients to make your city an investment hub for ICT opportunities. First, you have talent. You have to have the skill set, the competencies amongst your local workforce to be able to serve the requirements of international companies. Next, you should have the business environment, the right policies, the right strategies, and platforms in order to bring in the investors. Uh, Third is infrastructure. You have to have the digital infrastructure, connectivity, water, power, transport, and finally the cost of doing business, which at the time is really our edge as a country because labor is not so expensive and it's of high quality. But then again, the challenge was how to sustain the growth of the IT business process management and all ICT enabled jobs. So what I did was to take a look at what are the sectors needed in order to propel the the city into the list of cyber corridor locations. And of course, when you talk of talent, you have to take a look at the academe, the training institutions that are responsible for shaping the workforce. So I reach out to all the schools, to all the training institutions. You also have to reach out to the business sector. I reach out to those who would be able to uh, build IT parks and centers because you need to have them accredited with the Philippine Economic Zone Authority so that investors can enjoy some form of income tax holidays and other incentives. And I also reach out, of course, to my fellow officials in the public service so that we can all come together to promote our city. Long story short, after the collaboration that has happened in my city under what I call the formula of magic or making academe, government, industry collaborate. That's the acronym MAGIC. We were able to reach our dream in 2009. We became number three in the Next Wave Cities list. And then in 2013, we were declared a center of excellence together with Manila, Clark, Cebu, Iloilo, and Davao. And today, lo and behold, this same formula of magic I have spoken about in more than 25 countries around the world and in more than 50 provinces and many, many cities around the country in my capacity now as Undersecretary of, uh, of the Department of Information and Communications Technology. Basically, it's a no-brainer. It's all about synergy. It's all about collaboration. It takes a whole city, it takes a whole country to really, economically grow in terms of investments and jobs. And so today, I am very proud and honored to be a provinciana coming from Visayas, to be here in the national government and to really ensure that here in the national government, our lens is not only about what the whole country needs, but what each and every city, each and every region would need. And so I'm proud to say that now as a leader coming from the provinces, I still wear the lens of a provinciana. When I sit amongst my fellow national officials, I have that heart of a provinciana in me, thinking about which city is able to support, say, for example, the vertical of contact center services. Which city is ripe for the picking insofar as health information management industry is concerned? Because we have a growing requirement now on medical coding and billing professionals. We also have a very, um, promising uh, um, chance to make a dent once again in the area of graphics, animation, game development. Many, many years ago, the Philippines is very well known in 2D animation, but we were left behind because we were not able to upskill to 3D. So now we're trying to also push the Philippines into creatives. We're also trying to embrace all these opportunities in terms of utilizing emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, cloud, blockchain, and all these so-called frontier technologies. The formula is to lead this nation into embracing new skills, into skills that are needed in order to be very competitive in the world of work today. As we speak today, this year in January, the World Economic Forum came out with a report that by 2030, almost 100 million jobs will all be remotable and divisible. And so the idea of work from home is not even anymore, relevant, because the new bandwagon now is work from anywhere. You can work in a beach, you can work in your homes, you can work in a coffee shop. The goal is to ensure that Filipinos have the digital skills to be able to support these types of services. And the services that the countries, even with a small economy compared to the big economies, will be able to leverage on this growth. And so, what am I saying here? We need leaders. Like, for example, uh, the thing that I did in Bacolod, and the thing that I did as part of the National ICT Confederation of the Philippines, because I did not stop in Bacolod. 3 years later, after my first term as counselor, I sought out people who are like me in different parts of the country. I went to Cebu, I went to Davao, I had to check out even places in Mindanao, and lo and behold, in 2008, we came together and started what we call the National ICT Confederation of the Philippines. Today, there are over 100 ICT councils around the country embracing the magic formula, the making academe, government, and industry collaborate. In fact, 2 days ago, I was just in Cagayan de Oro, and I'm so happy because that Region 10 activity that we spearheaded at the Department of Information and Communications Technology welcomed at least 5 new ICT councils in just northern Mindanao. You have mayors, school presidents, university heads, uh, chambers, and everyone in the ecosystem coming together and saying, yes, it's time for us to bring the jobs to the countryside. At the end of the day, we cannot just sit back and, watch our kids go to Metro Manila and find jobs there, because jobs can be anywhere. And so that's a story I'd like to pitch to all of you today. We need leaders to catalyze this growth. We need local officials. We need academicians who have the heart to continue the mission, to realize that our universities cannot simply be just diploma mills. You know, the goal is really to make our graduates hireable. And unfortunately, we have a very small hireability rate in terms of entry level skills. Our young graduates need to work several years to get the experience. Our goal is to be able to integrate the experience even while they are still in college. That's why we at the Department of Information and Communications Technology, we have a lot of interventions together with other stakeholders, even our fellow government agencies, to ensure that we future proof our workforce. And so, finally, just as a reflection, because I believe this show is really all about us as leaders, as women, I'd like to say that all these achievements I have gained is really because of that perseverance of dreaming something for your country, of dreaming something for your city. They say that a leader is a dreamer who gets things done. It is very important to realize that as women, we face a lot of challenges, but we should not have these challenges, um, you know, um, hinder us from achieving the goals that we want for our family, for our community, for our country. At the end of the day, my inspiration really comes from what I wish my life to mean to other people. My story is not very unique. It's a story of a young girl who had to lead at a very, very early age. Just like all the other um, advocates, I feel that many of us came from a difficult childhood. I had to be a mother to 5 siblings at the age of 9 when I lost my mom. But I had to be strong for my siblings, for my single parent, my father, who is also my source of inspiration. There was never an easy day for me with my very strict father. He would always remind me to be aware of what's happening around the community and not just, think about my crush or whoever. He would always tell me, at a very young age, you have to be aware of what's happening. You have to know that you are responsible for helping your community. And so I'm here. I continue to help my community. I am very, very open and honored to be able to help and to partner with different sectors, especially the private sector, as your undersecretary for ICT industry development, as well as uh, policies. And I also am your representative to the International Telecommunications Union, handling the international cooperation programs at the Department of Information and Communications Technology. And most of all, I am very, very proud to be a woman. Maraming salamat.